So I did a little shopping this morning. I went to both Ulta and Sephora because I have some empties and things that I needed to replace. So today I'll be sharing those things with you, but also, as always, I can't walk into one of these stores and not look around. I did find some other things that were probably unnecessary, but also a lot of fun at the same time. So I want to share my haul with you guys and do my makeup at the same time because some of these things I want to try out immediately. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so to start out with, I did already apply foundation. I'm wearing the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Foundation. This is in the shade Light 10R. I really like this a lot. It says it's full beat. I don't find it to be really super full coverage. I usually apply it with a sponge and I get like the most perfect medium coverage, and it has a really beautiful skin-like finish. So I've been wearing this one a lot. And also I wanted to show my Shop My Stash item for today. It's day 18. Let's see what my son picked out. I haven't looked at it yet today, so this is definitely a surprise. It is the Ilia crayon. This is the Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayon in Pink Door. I think I've used these like once. I bought them and they look really fun. They're kind of like a chubby crayon for your lips, but I'm thinking I might even use this as a blush today because I didn't get a blush and that way it'll just go perfectly. So I guess we'll just start with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it. This looks like a really pretty cool tone pink. And from what I remember about this product, it's kind of a little on the drier side. So I'm gonna put a balm or a gloss or something on top of it for sure. That's actually really pretty. It's like a Your Lips But Better kind of a color. So let's see how it goes on the cheeks. I'm just gonna put a little bit and kind of just blend with my finger. I do this sometimes with lip liner, but I feel like because this is a chunkier pencil, it makes it even easier. And it's very creamy. I think it blends easily. And in that way, I feel like these are actually worth the money because it's really a 2-in-1 product. You're not just getting a lip pencil out of it. It's like you get a blush at the same time. And also when I say that these are drying on the lips, I don't mean super drying like a matte liquid lipstick. Like they're not going to make your lips look or feel crusty. It does have a nice creamy feel to it. I just think it's not super hydrating. Like if you have dry lips, you might just want to add a little something extra. Right now my lips feel fine, but I know if I don't add a little moisture, they're going to start to feel dry throughout the day. All right, so this is really pretty, such a beautiful color. I'm gonna pop on some of the Neutrogena lip oil, just a little bit on top. This is such a great formula and it's gonna keep my lips hydrated all day. So I guess let's start with Sephora. I got a couple of things that I had to replace. The first one is the Way Detox Shampoo. I originally started with a little mini that I brought on vacation because I wanted to make sure I could like get chlorine and salt water out of my hair. But I ended up loving it so much that I went back and purchased the full size. And I also use it for my son because he's 11, and even though he's always had dry skin and hair like I do, he's starting to get more oily, like he's starting to have breakouts. He's going through like that time in his life. So now, his hair gets greasy really fast if I use a moisturizing shampoo on him. So I've been using the Detox, and his hair doesn't get greasy now until the next day. So I actually have 2 empty bottles of this. One was from my shower and then one is from his. So for me, because I have dry and damaged hair, I actually don't use this every day. I would never do that because it's a clarifying shampoo. shampoo, but I use it once a week, usually on Sundays. And I find that it helps to get rid of mineral buildup because we have well water. Also just any styling products that I might use throughout the week. It just gives me a really deep cleanse, and then I use a deep conditioner afterwards. But I find that unlike some other clarifying shampoos, this one doesn't strip my hair too much or make it feel like straw. So that's why I personally love it. And I think that's why it works so well for my son too. So I grabbed another bottle of this. They only had one left on the shelf. So I'm gonna have to order another one online because I'm gonna need another one pretty soon. His is almost gone. Next up, I also needed a new brow gel. So I ended up getting this 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. So I initially went in there because my Too Faced Fluff and Hold is empty. And I have been using this for at least a year, maybe 2 years. And it's been my favorite brow gel. But not only does it seem to be discontinued because every time I go in store, I can't find it, I felt like this last tube, there was something different about it. I can't explain what it was, but it was a little bit like goopier and it flakes in my brows, and it didn't used to do that. And I know that I recommended this to you guys over and over and over again. So I don't know. I feel like they changed the formula and then it went on sale like 50% off at Ulta and Sephora. And now I think it's still available online, but when I go in store, it's been like removed from the displays completely. So I have a feeling it's going away, and I figured I need to just probably try a new brow gel and see if I can find something better. So I ended up grabbing this one from Benefit. They're kind of known for their brow products, so I figured it couldn't hurt to try this one, and I just got the little mini in case I don't like it. And I did get another brow gel at Ulta too, in case this one wasn't good. So I'm gonna put this on one side, and then I'll probably try the other one on the other side and see which one I like better. But this one has kind of an interesting brush. I'll show it to you up close. It's kind of flat. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we'll see how it holds. I need something that is really gonna hold well. I have super stubborn brows that just don't wanna stay. Oh, I see how you use this. So it's got like the little comb on one side, but then the flat side, you can kind of like press it against your skin and flatten your brows, kind of like laminated brows. And that's cool. I actually like that because sometimes it's hard to flatten them out when you have a spoolie. And then you can just turn the brush and use the comb to smooth everything out. Okay, so if this has the 24-hour hold that it claims, I think this might be really good. Okay, fingers crossed. Also at Sephora, I got a new perfume. Again, I just got a mini because I wasn't sure like how much I was gonna like it. And this is the Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This sounded so delicious. And when I smelled it in store, it smelled a little bit familiar to me. I'm gonna just try it again though. To me, yeah, it smells a lot like Skylar's Boardwalk Delight. And you all know, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know how much I love that one. But my biggest complaint with Boardwalk Delight is that it's not super long lasting. I love that one as a summer perfume. And I feel like in the summer, when it's humid and my skin is like has a little more moisture in it, it lasts longer. But in the wintertime, that one just completely disappears. And this smells just like it. So the notes are fluffy pink marshmallow, succulent strawberry, flaky coconut, delicate freesia, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. So it's a very like warm and sweet gourmand. It smells like waffle cone and a little bit of coconut. I definitely smell the strawberry in there. It's so, so good. It reminds me of summer. I think I might buy the full size of this, like if it's as long lasting as I hope it is, because this is one of those perfumes that I love like right off the bat. It smells amazing. All right, and then I have two more things at Sephora, and these two I actually got online. They came in yesterday, so I'm just kind of including them in this haul. The first one is the Sol de Janeiro Delicia Drench Shower Oil. This is their number 59 fragrance, which I love. That's one of my top favorites from them. I just find it to be like a little bit more of an interesting fragrance. It's not like a lot of things that you smell everywhere, and to me, it smells exactly like, and this this is gonna be a blast from the past for some of you guys, especially if you're around my age. The Anna Sui Sweet Dreams perfume. This is a classic. I wore this in like my late teens, early 20s. So good. It's vanilla, but it's also a little bit darker and mysterious than that. It's not like an overly sweet fragrance, but it definitely has some sweetness to it. To me, number 59 smells exactly like Sweet Dreams. So just quickly, the fragrance notes in here are sugared violet, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. So like I said, it's just a very like sultry, like grown up vanilla. It's not a super sweet kid kind of vanilla scent. So I've been wanting them to make a body wash for the longest time because right now they only have the lotion and the spray, and I like to layer my scents. So they actually came out with a shower oil, which is even better. And I have been using the Kopari shower oil, which I really like too. Definitely recommend that one. But mine is like getting close to the bottom. So I figured I would try this one out next. On the back of the bottle, it says it's a deeply moisturizing oil to milk body wash that revives the skin's barrier and supports the microbiome for intensely nourished velvety skin with an uplifting woody gourmand scent. So I'm very excited for this, and I haven't seen this in stores yet, but it is in store in like as part of a little travel kit. I'll put a picture right here. It has a mini of this and also a mini of the body spray and a mini body butter. So if you want to try it out with not as much of a commitment, I think that little kit might be a really good place to start. So anyway, I'm really excited to use this one. And then the other thing that I got online was a new tubing mascara. This is from Sarah Creole. This is a brand I have never tried before, so I don't really know what to expect, but I try all of the tubing formulas. Like I have to know how they compare to the Thrive and some of my other favorites. So this is called Back of the Cab Volumizing Longwear Tubing Mascara. I'm not quite ready to do my eyes yet, so we'll have to just try this out in a little while, but look at the tube. It's funky looking, right? Like it's kind of futuristic. It's flat and it has like this little indent right here. That's super cool. All right, so we'll just put that aside for now. Let's see what I got at Ulta. So one thing I definitely had to replace, let me just take it out of the box, was the Kopari Golden Aura Body Oil. So this, as you can see, this is my original one. It's completely gone. Favorite body oil of all time right here. This is amazing. I put that on after my shower every day. While your skin's still damp is the best way to use a body oil. And if you want extra hydration, you can put a pump of that, mix it in with a body lotion or body butter and apply that, and it's going to last all day. Like my skin feels so comfortable when I wear this, and I ended up getting a new bottle. And what I love about the new one is that instead of this kind of pump like the old one had, now it has the smaller pump and you can actually lock it. I was so bummed that I couldn't take this on any trips with me because you can't like lock this kind of pump, but with the new style one you can. First of all, this smells amazing. It doesn't have their normal coconut scent that some of their other products have, although I do love that. This one has toasted sugar, jasmine, and sweet creamy musk. So it's like really light. It's a little bit fresh, but it also has that warm sweetness to it. It's just this most beautiful skin scent. I'm just gonna put some on. And it's just the richest, most nourishing body oil. I love this formula, so definitely recommend it if you're looking for a really good body oil. Also, you might remember in my latest skincare video, I talked about the La Roche-Posay foaming oil cleanser and how I'm out of it now. So I wanted to replace that, and when I got to Ulta, they didn't have any more of these. For whatever reason, it was sold out. So I decided to try the CeraVe version, and a lot of you guys have said that you like this. So this is the hydrating foaming oil cleanser. It's basically supposed to be kind of a similar concept. And when I got home, I did wash my face with this when I was getting ready just to try it out. I mean, I didn't have any makeup to remove, but if I had to compare these two, I would say that I think the La Roche-Posay one foams up a little bit more. This one is closer to an oil, while this one is closer to more of like a gel cleanser. And so I think when it comes to removing makeup, obviously, again, I haven't removed makeup with this one yet, but I have a feeling this is probably gonna break down stubborn eye makeup a little better than this one does. This one isn't the greatest if you have like a waterproof mascara on or something like that. But for me, it's not normally an issue because I typically wear tubing formulas and I don't wear a heavy face of makeup. So for me, this is fine. Like it gets the job done. But I have a feeling this one is gonna work a little bit more like an oil. I didn't find find that it left a greasy film on my skin afterwards, and it rinses away clean, so I don't have to do a double cleanse. That's what I love about this one. But at the same time, I also felt like this didn't deep down clean my skin as much as the La Roche-Posay one does. And who knows, maybe that's a good thing heading into the winter when my skin's more dry. It does say it cleanses without leaving your skin feeling tight or disrupting your skin's barrier. So that could definitely be good. But at the same time, I worry about not like getting into my pores as much. I might have to maybe apply this with a washcloth or do some sort of exfoliation because I don't know, I just didn't feel like it foamed up quite enough for me. Like I want it to do at least a little bit. So that's just kind of like my little comparison between the two. I think if you want something that's more like an oil, go with this one. If you want something that's a little bit like an oil cleanser and it's very gentle but acts more like a gel, go with this one. Next up, I also wanted to get a new face oil. I was using the Youth to the People one last winter, and I generally don't need an oil in the summer, but now that it's getting cold again and my skin is drier, I like to put an oil on after my moisturizer, only at night usually. I don't use it during the day. And I was using this Youth to the People one. It ran out, so I thought this time I would try this one. Let me just take it out of the box. This is from Bubble. So this is their Float On Soothing Face Oil. As you know, if you've watched any of my skincare videos, I love Bubble. They are such an amazing brand. All of their products are unscented, really gentle. And according to the box, it says this has safflower seed oil to balance your sebum production without a greasy feel. It has neem seed oil, which is an antioxidant and antimicrobial. It also has prickly pear oil that's high in vitamin E and it's supposed to soothe and calm your skin. And then it has buriti oil to help soothe, nourish, and moisturize. So again, I haven't tried this yet, but I love all of Bubble's products. Not crazy about the dropper, but I feel like most oils have that, so it is what it is. But just like getting a feel for it, it feels nice. It's very thin. It has a very like barely there scent. Again, it's not fragrance because Bubble doesn't add fragrance to their products, but it's probably just the mild scent of whatever oils are in there. So I am excited to use this at night. I'll have to get back to you on it though. But like I said, I've loved all their stuff for a long time now, so I have a feeling it's gonna be really good. All right, one more thing that I had to replace and then we'll get into some of the fun stuff. So this is the Stone Cold Box Palette from ColourPop. So obviously I still have mine, but I looked back and I got it in 2020. So it's close to 5 years old now. This is my old one right here. So this is one of my most used palettes in my collection. I love this one so much. It has all these beautiful cool tones. And while the mattes are performing fine, I feel like my issue now is with some of the shimmers. Like not all of them, but some of them seem a little drier than when I first got it. And I've noticed that with ColourPop. Their palettes don't have like the best longevity when it comes to the shimmer shades. They just end up performing great for a while, usually a couple of years at least. So for me, it's not really a big deal because their palettes are more affordable. So it's not like I'm dropping $70 on Natasha Denona or anything like that. But even aside from ColourPop, I feel like a lot of palettes I have that are 5+ years old, they just start to like not really perform the same. So I absolutely got my money's worth out of the old one, but it really was time to get a new one. I should have ordered this during Black Friday because I think ColourPop had them like 50% off. And a lot of you guys told me that, and I just didn't get there fast enough. But either way, I'm so excited to have a new one. So I don't know if I'm gonna wear this on my eyes today. I have a couple of other eyeshadows, so I'm gonna look at those first and then we'll make our decision. So I got some new things from Half Magic. A lot of you told me once I did the video on Half Magic a couple of days ago, or I guess that was last week, loved their products. I was so surprised by this brand, and it's one of those brands that really like gets me excited about makeup again. So one of the things I got is their brow gel that I really was curious to try out. So this is the brow gel I want to put on the other side. I feel like this whole video I've had kind of lopsided brows. So this is called Grippy Brow Sculpting Gel. It says that it gives laminated brows and no crunchy hold. So I'll just show you what the tube looks like. Ooh, it's like bright neon green. That is so fun. Let me show you the brush. Okay, so this looks pretty much exactly like the brush on the Milk Makeup Kush Brow Gel, the lamination one, if you've seen that. So I'm curious to see how this compares. So I'm just gonna start combing it through. It is a little bit of a bigger spoolie, and I noticed like with with the Milk makeup that the product kind of goes deep in the bristles, and then I just feel like I'm brushing the bristles on my brow, but it's not like getting any of the product out. So that's sort of one of the things I'm not crazy about with that one. Maybe I'll use the tip to kind of apply the product first and then go back and use the comb. That actually worked a lot better. Okay, yeah, that works. And this style brush definitely makes your brows very fluffy looking. Like, look at that. I'll zoom you guys in so you can see. This is the Half Magic over here, and then the Benefit. Like, so the Benefit gave just a really nice kind of sculpted look, but this one just makes it like super fluffy. Like, it makes your brows stand straight up. You can probably kind of push them to the side and make them look a little less crazy, but it feels like it's gonna have a lot of hold. Like, it's already drying and kind of freezing them in place. So far so good. I actually think both of them did a really good job, but I'll have to update you guys in the comments and let you know which one actually held up the best throughout the day. Let's move on to a couple other things I got from Half Magic. So you all told me some more of the eyeshadow colors to get. So I got 3 colors of the eyeshadows. I already opened the packaging on those. And then I got the glitter pucks because you all said I had to try these. Now, I'm not like the biggest glitter person, but you all said that these are just beyond like any glitter product you've ever tried. So we're gonna see how those are as well. But let's take a look at the eyeshadows first. So the first shade I got is Wet Pebble, and you guys told me that this is their really creamy formula. It's more of a metallic shade. It looks really pretty. So I'm just gonna swatch that. Here, I'll just do a live swatch on my hand. Whoa, super pigmented, really creamy. That is so pretty. It's like a gorgeous metallic taupe. The next shade you told me to get is Elven Things. Such a cute name, super beautiful, almost like a green with a pink shift, I think. Let me swatch this one. Ooh, that's so pretty. I don't know which color I want to wear now. So that's what that one looks like. And then the third one you told me to get is Swamp Goddess. So this one's also a duochrome. It's a green. And again, I feel like it shifts maybe to pink or purple. It's hard to tell, but this one's a little bit darker than Elven Things. So I'm gonna swatch this one as well. Ooh, and I'm wearing green today too. That was a total coincidence. I didn't even think about that. My son actually has his Christmas concert at school tonight, which is why I was kind of wearing a little bit more of a festive color, but now my eyes are gonna match too. All right, so there's Swamp Goddess, the one on the end. That is stunning. Okay, I have no idea what color I'm gonna wear. Let me think about this because I really want to try them both. Maybe I can combine them both. Okay, so first I think we're gonna break out the new Stone Cold Fox palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Ghost Town just to kind of put something in my crease and on my lid. The 2 duochrome shades seem like they're toppers, so I just want to put something down first and then just put them on top. I feel like they might be too sheer to wear on their own. The Wet Pebble shade, absolutely, you could just use as a one and done. So I'm just applying this shade to my crease, and I'm also just going to bring it down and put it on my lid as well. I also really want to try the Wet Pebble shade, so I think I'm going to pop this on the outer corner of my eye and just kind of deepen things up that way. This does have a little bit of sheen to it. It's more like a metallic shade and the other ones are more glittery. Oh my gosh, this is so pigmented and creamy. It actually feels like a cream eyeshadow, even though it's powder. Like, it is that beautiful. I think if you use this all the way across your lid, it would make such a stunning smoky eye. But I'm gonna stop short of that because I really want to try the green. So let's do Swamp Goddess. I'm just popping that right in the center of my lid and just overlapping the outer corner shade slightly. That is so, so pretty. Then I'm gonna pick up the shade Elven Things, which is the lighter green, and I'm gonna use this one on the inner corner and bring that back to meet the Swamp Goddess shade. And hopefully it just gives a little bit of a gradient effect. So beautiful. I cannot get over how pretty their shadows are. And I love that they have things for people who like color, but they also have some neutral shades as well for those of you who don't like color. So it's just all around such a fun brand. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have the most festive eye look at the concert tonight. We'll see. Next, I'm just gonna quickly do some eyeliner and then we'll try out that new mascara. All right, so we saw the outer packaging. I'll just show you you what the wand looks like. Ooh, it's really long. It looks like it's kind of wider at the base and then it thins out toward the end. And on the packaging, it says it gives the look of lash extensions with zero fuss. So it sounds like it's going to be more of a lengthening formula. So far, it doesn't feel super wet, but also not like a dry formula. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. And I really like the brush a lot. It's very grippy. It gives good tension on your lashes as you're pulling it through. And it's an old school mascara wand. It's not one of the silicone ones that pokes you in the eye. And I find that a lot of tubing mascaras have the silicone wands these days. So it's nice to see one of the softer brushes for a change. All right, so yeah, it gives a little bit of volume, but I think it's mostly length for sure. It's definitely giving like the extension kind of look, and it's very flared out and fluffy. It's not like a super clumpy type of a formula either. So I like it so far. And I mean, I don't normally love mascaras the first time I use them. So I think this can only get better from here. All right, so final lash look. All right, final lash look. I really, really like this formula so far. It was a little more on the expensive side, but it does give that really false lash look. So I am excited to play with it more. Oh, let's try these glitter pucks from Half Magic. So these say that they're pressed fairy dust for eyes, face, and body. A lot of you just say that you wear them as eyeshadows, and I have to see what all the hype is about. First of all, they're huge. This is gonna last like probably forever. I don't think I would ever use this much glitter, especially if I were just using it on my eyes. So I just got the two shades that they come in. The pink one is Dopamine Sparkle, and then there's a silver one called Cyber Diamond. All right, so when I put my finger in these, they feel really interesting and they look crazy sparkly. So what's interesting about them is like how smooth they are for a glitter. This is not your normal glitter at all. Like usually I think of glitter feeling a little bit scratchy. These feel super soft. I'll just show you the silver one. Like look at how blinding that is. And it's also not over the top sparkly either. It actually has like a metallic wet look to it. Let me just swatch the pink one. Oh, I like this one even more. I would just wear that all over the lid by itself. These are just so stunning. I can't get over it. All right, you guys were right. Like just looking at these in the photo on the Ulta website, I was like, okay, it's like glitter in a jar. What's the big deal? But they're so hard to explain. They really just feel like a very creamy shimmer shade that you would get in a palette. They're not one of those like glitter suspended in a gel kind of situations or anything like that. It just feels like a regular eyeshadow, but the sheen on them is truly insane. I think about Patrick Ta in those videos about his eyeshadow duo saying he hadn't seen anything as sparkly as his eyeshadows. I would say these are at least that shiny, if not more. So I really want to put one on. I think I'm just going to tap a little bit of this pink, right? Like in the center of my lid and just see what happens. I think it'll go with the green, right? Let's find out. Just kind of like a pop of pink. Yeah, that just completely like amped up the look even more. This is just the prettiest thing ever. And like I said, I'm not a glitter person on a normal day, but I can certainly appreciate how beautiful these are. I hope they're coming off on camera the way that they look in real life. They're honestly just too pretty. I'm almost sad that it comes in only 2 shades. Hopefully they'll expand this range a little bit more. I think I'll wear the pink one much more often than I would wear the silver one. So anyway, guys, this was so much fun testing out my haul with you. I'm glad that I was able to replace some of the things that I needed and also get a few new fun things to try as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't seen my video yet on Half Magic that I did last week, I'll put it right there. I highly recommend checking that out because I do a full face of their products and they have one of the most beautiful blushes I have ever tried in my life. So be sure to check that one out. And I want to just thank all of you so much for spending time with me today. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.